Do you need a specific neck cream? Can you get away with your usual facial skincare extended to neck? Let's talk about everything neck, everything décolleté, a bit the idea of glycation, deep dive into glycation, how to solve it, how can we in terms of lifestyle, in terms of skincare. Let's talk neck. Oh! Hi skincare people, Custodio here again, DH Traveler, always here, Fridays, asking what is that skin wanted before marketing got in the way. Lately, I've been producing a bit of content about neck. There are a few posts already on Instagram. In case you don't follow Instagram, of course, now it's my chance to invite you to. If you already know the channel, thank you for being here again. It's always a pleasure to read your comments. In the end of the video, please consider leaving some comments and maybe there is a surprise going your way, just a neck cream. The topic being neck brings us very much to the idea of whether skin for neck is different than skin in terms of face. Histologically, in terms of the tissue structure, there are differences, and maybe in terms of aging signs, the most relevant difference is the fact that we have not so much adipocyte cushion. So we have a little bit more of fat on our face than we have on our neck. Neck is highly muscular, deeper tissue, which is not skin, but skin epidermis is much thinner than the epidermis on the face, which makes it more fragile. It's always moving around. I mean, we are unconscious of how much we are stretching and we are moving our neck. Because of that thinner epidermis and stretching a lot, so the connective tissue ends up being more under pressure. When glycation occurs too high, it becomes a problem. So what is glycation? In a nutshell, I made on Instagram a very short video about it. I make an analogy there comparing glycation to a bit what you cook in the kitchen when you deal with eggs white. You know, when you're doing a souffle or in the baking process that you beat eggs white, you make that fluffy cloud, which is basically you trap oxygen in those bubbles, which then can burst and come back to liquid again. So basically eggs white are protein, albumin, which is that protein specific to the egg. There is very little fat in the white part of the eggs. The fat is in the yellow part, in the yolk. So when you mix and beat air with that protein, you create those structures which can trap the oxygen, but at the same time, if you leave it settle down, the oxygen can burst and be naturally eliminated. But if you add sugar to that fluffy cloud, now you are on the way to a meringue, to a pavlova. You know that that becomes stiff and it doesn't really allow the oxygen to release anymore. You have glycated your eggs white because there is that natural attraction between sugars and proteins in all our tissues, in all our body. There are many complex cascades and mechanisms which are totally beside the point here, myself included. I'm not familiar with some of them, but one thing we know in skincare, in our beautiful industry that connects you here in these and other channels, we come here because we are skin junkies, we are skincare obsessed. It's the fact that our collagen, our dear collagen, to some extent our elastin, so those proteins which need to be very elastic to extend and to contract, to give firmness and elasticity, because they are proteins, they are exposed to those glycation, attraction, molecules, reactions. And if we have too much sugar available, and also it depends on our insulin sensitivity, depends how we process that sugar, but one way or another, the sugar which is present in our diet, in our body, will tend to attach to those proteins, and instead of being elastic, those fibers, collagen and elastin, they become stiff, and if they are stiff, brittle, they break easily. And you know, when too much of the connective tissue, too much of the collagen is falling apart, is breaking, you have a sagging skin and you will end up having more wrinkles. And very typically, even if your face shows a certain age, not only because you protect it, because you take care of it so much more. Your neck sometimes betrays your youth, and you can look younger from here up, and from here down you look older, and we don't want that, do we? So in the beginning I was asking, do you need a specific neck cream? And I think this is maybe the most important part of this video. I will answer you that no, you don't need a specific neck cream unless you have a specific concern and certain age signs which are really bothering you. So what do I mean? I mean, if you have a good skincare going in place for your face, so you have good antioxidants, good hydration, maybe a bit of retinol, certainly sun protection, you extend all that to your neck area and to your décolleté. Don't forget that the décolleté skin, it's somehow the continuation of your neck, because all your stretch movements tend to pull those tissues which are connected. They are one same continuation. And those movements also will stretch and put pressure under those décolleté fibers. But I was saying, so if you have a good skincare in place and a good sun protection, first thing you need to do from 20 years old, 30 years old, is to extend your skincare to your neck. And really don't forget about the sun protection, because one of the glycation very bad synergies, it's when glycation adds up to UV stress, which will just collapse more and more further your collagen structure. Sometimes we buy SPF for face that for some reason we don't like, so don't throw it away. That's exactly a good way to recycle your SPF that you don't like for face. Consider applying, using it till the very last drop for your neck. So I hope this was very clear. First answer from the heart, being very honest. I'm not pushing neck products on you. I'm saying that you should extend your skincare to the neck and décolleté areas. But then, of course, comes the time that you, due to your age, due to genetic, due to morphology, some necks also because of morphology, they can be more prone to showing some signs of age, even weight, too much fluctuations. If you're one of those persons who have changed your body mass and your amount of fat versus your muscles, and you do all those body transformations, most likely the tissues of your neck and décolleté will also maybe ask you to use a specific product. Why do I, with Swissline, have developed a specific product for neck, which already exists in the brand for many, many years? It's actually because we believe that glycation, rewinding, such important phenomenon, affects the neck more than any other different phenomena. So we wanted to have a specific formulation. So what, from skincare point of view, can be done to prevent and to reverse to some extent the problem of glycation? So clearly there is one amino acid which is called carnosine, and carnosine, it's the #1 ingredient which has a positive effect to try to reverse glycation. Carnosine is a dipeptide, so it's made of 2 amino acids, which is beta-alanine and histidine. And these 2 amino acids, if present in a structured way, so that's why a dipeptide, so it's not that the 2 amino acids are floating around, they are connected. Are you curious about amino acids? There is a video here from my past pyramid structure only talking about amino acids. And these 2, when organized in a dipeptide, which is called carnosine, they are our biological trap mechanism against glucose and the pro-glycation type of elements in our tissues. There is another very novel aminoguanidine, which is also entering skincare, but there is still a lot to study about it. It's a little bit more known as a food supplement as well, which is another of these amino acids. Those are the natural traps for sugar in our body, which can help to reduce glycation. What other good ingredients could be? Resveratrol, it's also known for having a positive, and there you find resveratrol in many more products. So again, the same idea, not only your neck cream, but products for face you extend to the neck. If they contain resveratrol, it's to believe that you're already doing something positive for your neck. Green tea, it's also believed to have a positive effect to reduce the problem. And kombucha, so this fermented small little mushroom, which normally it's grown, it's a Russian tradition, kombucha, fungus micro mushroom, which grows normally in a tea with sugar, without sugar. It's something that you drink, and there is also a lot of skincare. Next week I'm talking about essences and toners and mists. Actually, we are using at Swissline some kombucha extracts in some of these essences. So these, I would say, in a nutshell, are the ingredients which could be interesting to prevent or reverse glycation. I think to prevent, more ingredients like the resveratrol, the kombucha, and the green tea, I don't believe they can reverse, because once the advanced glycation end products are circulating in your skin, I don't think these ingredients are enough to reverse, but they are good to prevent and not to aggravate, and eventually to reverse to some extent. Then the carnosine, those dipeptides, I think they are proven by now and known to be very positive. Also, something that very often people ask, so passing here a video with my colleague Monica Starring to show the movements, how to apply products for neck and décolleté. I confess I'm very messy when it comes to these things. That's why this beloved boy, it's a gel cream, so it's a very lightweight texture. Idea being exactly that you don't need to massage too much, you just do a glide, soft movement, because gel cream, it's very fastly absorbed, and that's a good thing. So just one more 31 minutes to advise you, because I'm always advocating that well aging, fighting age in an intelligent way is not only skincare, it's also your lifestyle. What are the good things you can do to prevent and help to reverse the problems of glycation? It will be intermittent fasting. So do a little bit your research. I'm an advocate for personal experience, but I'm not a doctor. I'm not here to tell you what to do in terms of your nutrition, but this is in terms of lifestyle. The idea that if you spend enough hours not eating, you trigger some metabolic path that you can access some stored fat and some elements which are also these advanced glycation end products, autophagy, which is that you basically eat your own reserves, your own material, your own cells, and that helps to get rid of some of those problems. So if you're curious, if you're worried about glycation and all these elements which are pro-aging, pro-inflammatory, I think intermittent fasting would be something for you to study. So that's the last of the suggestions, but because I don't want to end ever this channel, these videos with problems and teacher, father-like pointing my finger, then I give you good news, which is neck cream going your way. If you want one, leave some comment below. Consider following the channel. Consider following me on Instagram. From times to times, we can have this sharing. It's a marvelous product, specifically anti-glycation. So next week I will announce, or in 2 weeks, I will announce who is the winner. And always when you get a product, if you like that other people see that I'm telling the truth, please send me a picture. It doesn't need to show you in the picture if you don't like. If you like, by all means, do a whole production and share your exciting picture. So always nice to hear you, nice to hear from you. Take care, say no to boring skincare. Ciao. Hey, please, why not? Just consider, subscribe, activate the bell. Ciao.